certain industries. So, for example, if you are only, or maybe if you are doing business only in one country, let's say in the United States, for example, you might have some certain PPE demand in certain items in mining, for example, or in construction, and then you might have other times some demand in, let's say, oil and gas, as you said. So it's very cyclical, as you said, some segments in terms of macroeconomy, but there are some others that all the companies need the protection for their employees, and that's why it is also a constant in several industries.
Interesting. Okay, so that was, by the way, that was fantastic. That was fantastic color. That was really helpful, because I think that was one of the things that we've been struggling to sort of put two and two together, is that there are some industries that are super cyclical, okay, and then there are industries that are not so cyclical. But what you're telling me is that you can basically, insulate yourself to some extent by differentially managing your business so that you serve the industries and the geographies that are on the right cycle, right? But you have to sort of make that choice, and you need to have the agility built into your business model to be able, and the customer service, to be able to do that and to do it fairly seamlessly and with high quality service, right?
Yes, and you also need to be prepared. For example, if you know that there is something coming in, let's say, some country, so the protective equipment that this country is going to acquire, they might acquire in advance. They are not going to wait until it is open, like the construction or certain type of, oil and gas drilling or something. So you need to be also aware of the timing of the purchasing, because there are some companies that they have some limited or scheduled purchases in a specific period. And if you are not in that period and you're not present in that period, so your opportunity can be like lost, right? So you need to be, the customer and the seller needs to be very aware, and the manager as well, because you need to be talking with the companies, like what projects do you have, what projects are you going to have in this year, the next year, and then the role of the seller is very important in here, in order of listening all the projects that the customer or the potential customer is going to have. So in this case, the relation needs to be very, very close.
Got it. Understood. So let me ask you, let me change course here just a little bit. We'll come back to the sort of the structured industry analysis, but it sounds like you've got a lot of experience across different regions, across different product categories. You're aware of all the big players. So let me ask you this. We're a pretty large, well-capitalized company. You would know us and you would get it if I told you who we were. And my question is, if you were, the CEO of a Fortune 500 company that has some history in the safety space, is becoming a device manufacturer or an end article manufacturer something that you would consider, specifically in the categories that we're looking at: respiration, eyes, head, ears, fall, and gas detection? Do you see it as being a place that there's enough growth, enough profitability, that you would say, if you had the competitive, if you had some source of competitive advantage, I would definitely look into it? Or is it too heavily contested by large, powerful, multinational, billion-dollar companies that you wonder if it would be possible to be able to grow share significantly?
Okay. Yes. As I told you, the PPE department or the PPE segment is very strong for an MRO company. In this case, for Grainger, it's a very important segment. And yes, as you said, there is a highly competitive market or environment in there, and you have several brands in there, and you have several products, several categories. But I would, of course, invest in that part of safety and protection. Specifically, what I can tell you that there is a highly demand in the case of safety, is in the part of gloves and hand protection, the head protection as well. Hearing is also an important subcategory from the safety part. And I can also say that